Every day, millions of Americans take out their dirty laundry to get washed. But what do you do when your washing machine blows up? That's what happened to hundreds of Americans last year as Samsung had to recall 1.8 million units. Summer temperatures in Arizona are beginning to drop, and the need for a working AC unit becomes less urgent. And with some proper do-it-yourself maintenance, you could be saving yourself thousands of dollars. Every year, smartphones are getting smarter, while people are getting addicted. In fact, we're spending more time behind our phones than ever before. That's why iPhone's most recent update is attempting to minimize that. I'm currently walking through the Agua Fria River, and for over 350 days of the year, it's a dry and waterless riverbed. And unfortunately, throughout the years, it has been the location where many serial killers dump their dead bodies. They say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and some people won't even get their day started without it. Can skipping breakfast entirely be helpful? Studies show that engaging in a time-restricted diet increases lifespan, reduces stress, and also helps with weight loss. The abandoned First Baptist Church of Phoenix is getting a second life. Built in 1929, the church has survived many decades and even outlasted a fire that burnt for the better part of 2 days. Terry Goddard had just been elected mayor of Phoenix when the fire burned, and that sparked an interest in him preserving the building.
If you got an old building, it really speaks to you about what this place was like generations ago. And sometimes in Phoenix we get very present-minded. We forget that there ever was anything that came before us, much less something as grand as this building.
The plan is to flip the unit into a multi-purpose building with multiple restaurants, a coffee shop, and even a speakeasy down in the basement.
And we really think this is one of the coolest things about saving this building is that they don't have a whole lot of rose windows in Phoenix. Certainly none that big.
Along with the rose window comes many features, including a bell tower that survived the flames. I just climbed up a ladder that's over 60 feet tall just to get to the top of this tower. And according to Mr. Goddard, I'm about the 6th person to ever do so. A view that only so few people have had is a reminder that preservation is as important as innovation.
Unfortunately, Phoenix is too eager to tear down its old buildings, so it's wonderful that these beautiful old treasures get to be saved and get to be brought back to life.
The building will soon be undergoing its final stages and should be open as early as summer 2019. For 330 News, I'm Reynaldo Gradillas reporting. It's Election Day, and I'm standing outside the Elmrod City Hall, where many voters are coming in to submit their final ballots. It's also here where Alexis Hermosillo is getting familiar with her community.
Thank you for voting.
You Alexis?
Yes, I am.
Alexis is determined.
Hi, I'm running for mayor of El Mirage. My name is Alexis Hermosillo. I hope to count on your vote.
The 28-year-old candidate is running for mayor in the city that she grew up in.
Nice to meet you. I hope to count on your vote. Thank you.
She has been at the polls all day and through the night, greeting the many faces of the community.
If you have any questions, I'm here to answer them.
Alexis is running against the incumbent since 2010. 71-year-old Lana Mook has over 4 decades of life experience over her, but that won't slow her team down. Instead of hiring a seasoned campaign manager, she chose 22-year-old Tanya Zavala to run the campaign.
I would say a lot of her organizations that she had connections to wanted her to get a professional campaign manager to kind of help her, with this election, which a great candidate obviously needs a great director. So I think that would be one of the challenges that I had. A lot of people didn't think that I was fit for her or fit enough to run her campaign.
They may have lacked experience, but as the sun set on election day, they hustled to a new location, making their presence felt.
Likewise. Thank you so much for voting. Thank you. It's going to be inside.
The 2018 midterm election provided the highest turnout in recent history. And that was indeed the case at the Dysart Community Center, where the line for voters poured into the streets.
Hold my hand because there's cars coming, okay?
As the polls closed, Alexis headed back home where family gathered as they awaited the results. With early ballots showing a slim 3-vote lead in Lana's favor, it was clear that no winner would be decided as the night came to an end. Until next morning,
where she was crowned victorious as the mayor of El Mirage.
The fact that we are part of this huge wave of change within women elected officials who just got elected this year, I think that's no coincidence. I don't think that's a mistake. I think that we are all placed on this journey together.
Alexis is also a Cronkite alum and believes that helped her a lot in this election.
Give up. Thank you.
No, I won't.
Don't ever give up. Thanks. So being a Cronkite alum was such a huge advantage, especially also representing yourself as a person, as a professional. You have to always be on your toes, think about the next step.
Now that she's been elected, Alexis plans on improving the education, public safety, as well as bringing in better jobs to the city of El Mirage. For 330 News, I'm Reynaldo Gradillas reporting.